Thank you, Asaph.
Hello, everyone.
Thanks, Asaph. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wake Up Missoula. I'm Josh Menny.
I'm Scott Ram.
And I'm Noelle McAvoy.
We've got a great show coming up for you guys today. We've got a lot to talk about. Scott's got mags. Noelle has events.
Yep.
I have some city council stuff. Asaph is going to talk about his show that he's got coming up on Monday. And we also have Kenny Scabyrobe from the Black Lodge Singers. He's the father and patriarch of the group, and they're actually Grammy Award winners. So, again, it's going to be an amazing show, and we're happy to have you here today.
For part 3 of our Native American Heritage Week.
Yeah,
absolutely.
all week.
Yep.
It's been really great.
Yeah, we had great guests. Kathy, she's the spearhead who got all this together. I wanted to give a shout out to Kathy.
Yep. Woo!
So, let's see. Let's talk about a little bit of thing about weather. Hopefully, it's still round.
I know, I hope so too. Yeah.
Oh, it's just spam.
It's just all this crazy spam on this
Crazy spam.
webcam website.
So I just have to be patient.
Here is our weather.
We're not gonna have webcam today, so I'm just gonna show you the weather. It rained.
Yeah.
And it's gonna rain.
And it looks like it's just gonna continue to rain all week.
Yeah. So if you guys are heading out to the homecoming parade that's happening tomorrow.
Yeah, you might want to. Maybe there's like a 50% chance, 60% chance of showers. So bring
if we
your
take
raincoats.
another look, it is currently 53 degrees out Fahrenheit. There's going to be the high in 70 degrees, low in 49. Saturday is going to be 60s, Sunday 60s, Monday 60s, and then it'll get as low as 55 degrees on that Tuesday. So we're looking at a pretty good, substantial cool down for the next couple days.
Yeah, so I hope you have all enjoyed your week, because that was the last warm weather of summer that we've got, and now it's fall.
I just got to say, Wednesday was brutal.
Wednesday was really brutal.
All right, so
make sure to wear your Portland gear tomorrow.
Yeah, right? Rain slickers and your rain boots.
Noelle, you're going to be doing a little hosting for
Yeah, tomorrow for homecoming, me and Joel Baird, which is the manager here at MCAT, are going to be doing some hosting for homecoming. So stay tuned for that. That should be fun. I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It should be great.
Yeah.
We're going to be filming
At
the homecoming parade.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It looks like it's not going to be live this year. We've been waiting on a crucial item that allows us to put it on live, but so far I haven't heard or seen it. So I doubt we're going to be showing it. But it will be the homecoming parade will appear on MCAT channel 189, I believe, and it will be on Monday.
Yes.
But other than that, there's other program that's going to be on this weekend that you should look out for, and that's going to be, I think it's Meter Craft. It's at the it's put on through the Viscosity Theater, and this is the Lost Montana Monologue. Nice. And here's a little taste of what you guys can expect through the weekend. There wasn't a specific time, I couldn't find it, but you guys should look for it, and it usually comes on around prime time. Tonight, you should check out the primetime slots on channel 189 for this program.
What time are primetime slots?
7 to 9.
Cool.
Yeah, so go check it out.
My drinks have to be sweet. No beer for me unless there's absolutely nothing else around. Sometimes I'd even switch from scotch to brandy.
Or from Butch to Randy.
Birds of a feather get up together. Woo!
Yeah, and there's a little taste of that, of what you can expect
That'll be fun.
this week in programming. That's our new programming. Other than that, that's pretty much it. All we have for Megs.
Not too much new things going on, but as always, you can catch the arts program or our show or other great things on MCAT. But I know that you've made some trailers, right?
Yeah, so I made some trailers with the flagship kids, and as always Fridays, as school begins, after-school program called Flagship, and MCAT goes along with Flagship. We added another Flagship school this year. We added CS Porter. So
awesome.
There's going to be 3 schools. We're doing 3 after-school programs Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And this is Wednesdays from Sentinel High School. So we're going to show this, and then we're going to show the one from Washington Middle School. So
cool.
Here it is. Yeah,
production designer Mount Jumbo.
But yeah, that's kind of like there's not much to explain.
Those are pretty good.
Like a fake trailer.
No, those are so funny. Those trailers are hilarious. Did you make that on the iPad?
Oh yeah, the iPad.
Yeah, the iPad has like a really cool trailer making.
Yeah, there's
thing.
a trailer making app on
It's super
through
cool.
iMovie, and you can make it all the time. They did the same thing for one of the Grizz videos. I was like, I know that.
Really?
I know that.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So while we show this trailer, we're gonna bring out our
Kenny Scabbyrobes, which is our guest from Black Lodge Singers, and so we're gonna interview him, and he's gonna play a song for us.
Awesome.
So yeah,
So you guys
I'm excited.
hang tight, and we'll be right back after this trailer made by Washington Middle School.
Okay, so we drowned the fire,
Yep.
stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Oh, hello. I'm Joel Baird, the General Manager of Missoula Community Access Television, and I wanted to tell you that we want to start making a new program here at MCAT called Missoula Plays Piano. We just bought this pretty nice piano. It's a Clavinova by Yamaha, and it has 4 piano voices on it. It also has an electric piano sound, a different one, and it has some organs. And it also has a jazz thing. So, if you would like to play this piano, all you have to do is call us and let us know when you want to play the piano, and we'll have someone record you playing the piano for up to an hour. As an addition, we've got a green screen, so that if you want a custom background, let's say you want to be in a jazz club, or you don't like that so much, you want to play the organ part, and you want to be in a nice church. that should work out. I don't know. But
and we're back.
Hello, yes, we are with, oh my gosh, Kenny Scabyrobe. Hello, good morning from the Black Lodge Singers.
Yeah.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good, good. I know you've got a busy schedule today, so thank you so much for being on our show this morning.
Oh yeah, it's getting tiresome.
Yeah, I bet it is, yeah. So the Black Lodge Singers are Grammy winners, right?
Yeah.
When did you guys win a Grammy?
1996, we collaborated with a flute player by the name of Carlos Nakai, and also Jim Eaton. He was a guitarist.
Cool.
And so we played the drums, and so we were nominated, got a Grammy with them.
Nice.
But in 2000, when the Grammy started, they had a Native American category for Native Americans, first time ever. I think that was in 2001.
Oh.
And so we were one of the first Native Americans to be nominated.
And you guys have 8 nominations, right?
8
cool.
nominations, yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you guys have been doing music all over town for Native American Heritage Week, right?
Yeah, we've been to all the schools. And
how's that been? What schools have you been to?
It's been a really good experience for us, singing for kids, you know. Usually we sing for adults. Some of the songs that we do sing is mostly for adults, but we do have children's songs.
So, so where are you playing today? I mean, where are you guys performing today?
We're going to be out at, I forgot the school.
The Target Range.
Target Range.
Nice.
And what kind of music are you playing? Is it
Our music is a little bit different from yours. You know, ours is the chant. But when we first started, we were one of the ones that first started with the lyrics in our native tongue. And then afterwards, we began to put some English lyrics in our songs, which never been done before, you know. And so these are the type of songs you're going to hear today. I'm going to sing you a love song, too.
Nice.
But anyway, our music is a lot different, you know. The sound, every sound that you're going to hear might seem the same sound, you know, might seem there's no difference to you, but to me they're all different. We have songs just like the Beatles, Elvis Presley. We make new songs every year. So.
Cool.
Awesome.
Nice.
How long have you guys been together?
We started in 1980, and I had 12 sons, and they ranged from 8 years old to 15.
Wow.
And so we all started in 1980 and didn't get recognized till about 1990.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's a family band.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
So my wife was one of the original Black Lodge singers too.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
And just to clarify, Black Lodge means Blackfoot or Black?
No, years ago, well, still yet, they have societies. They used to have clans, you know, band clans, and they had, but this one, the Black Lodge Society belonged to a group of people that used to have the society that they did things on their own, you know, they did different things in their own way. They had different, they were separate from the other Blackfoots, you know, what they did. And so the Black Lodge was more or less independent. They did whatever, you know. So, but the last known man that was alive, he died about 2 years ago. His name was Joe Old Chief from the Blackfeet Reservation. He's the one that gave us his name.
Cool.
So,
nice.
And there is another Black Lodge in the UK.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Are they coincided with you guys, or the same? Or
I don't know. They must have heard about us, but in the UK, they have what we call hobbyists. You know, they have 1,000. They even have teepees. Really? And so they have 1,000 teepees. They have a powwow, but they're all non-ending.
How does that make you feel?
It's good.
It's good. You think it's good?
Yeah,
good.
They're beginning to understand where we're coming from, and a lot of them, you know, they respect us and they appreciate what we have, you know, and they're glad, they're honored to do what they're doing, you know. So they have They put up teepees, and some of them are Blackfeet, Sioux, and they've got their own tribes.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So, do we have any questions? I think we should let King here play.
I think we should let you play too. Yeah.
So we're just gonna step out. You can just start whenever you feel like it.
Okay. Today I would like to start off with a children tape that we composed. We composed this tape in 1996, and we did another one in 2002, and this was for the children, so it sounds a little bit different, but I'm going to sing Mickey Mouse, okay?
Nice.
Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Pluto too. They all work at Disneyland, 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 Disneyland. Yeah. Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Pluto too. They're all movie stars at Disneyland. Yeah. Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Pluto too. They're all movie stars at Disneyland. And I'll sing another one that we have a lot of songs for the kids, but I'm going to sing you another one that's called Old MacDonald. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask the young lady to come over, and when I'm going to tell her to express each animal that I'm going to say.
Okay.
So
That sounds
if
good.
I say a cow, she's going to say moo.
Okay.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a cow.
Moo, moo.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a sheep.
Ba, ba.
Oh, E-I-E-I-E-I-O, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a pig.
Oink, oink.
E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you. Yeah.
And now I'm going to sing you a love song. This is how I got my wife.
Nice. And you guys have been together for 48 years, right?
Yep, we've been together 48 years, and so it's been a good life for me.
Wow.
I know you love me, honey dear, and I love you too. Hey, why don't you come home with me? I'll be yours forever. Hey, I'll be, hey, hey, oh.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much. All right. And we will be back.
Hello and welcome to MCAT. MCAT stands for Missoula Community Access Television. We are a nonprofit group that helps the community get into broadcasting and communication. How? I'm not sure. If it's too formal, I mean, people are just gonna be like, oh, that's boring. And then if it's too like, oh yeah, we don't give a crap, la-di-da. Are you filming this? Oops. How? We train anybody who comes through our doors how to shoot, edit, and produce videos. Whether you like to be in front of the camera or behind, we provide the equipment you need to get started, so come on down.
Why is clean air important to you?
I like to be outside. It's nice to be able to breathe.
My parents are getting very old and they're having a hard time breathing as is.
So I can see the stars at night.
Look at what we have.
Everything needs clean air.
Can you tell me why clean air is important to you?
I need it.
You just flat out feel better when you're breathing clean, fresh air.
So when I breathe in, I don't know, I feel like kind of this sense of like, it's in you.
I like to have...
All right, we are back.
And we are with our pianist, Asaph. Asaph, hello. Now you're on this side of the piano. That's
yeah,
fun.
On this side. I got to get used to this being on this side of the...
Okay, you've got a show. Tell us about it.
Well, I'm doing a pilot of a brand new television show this coming Monday on the 29th. It's called Music with Asaph. It's a remake of the Lawrence Welk Show from the past.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Now, a lot of people may not remember Lawrence Welk as far as the younger generation, but those that remember him, he was a band leader and music person that had music. So I just want to do his version in his style, but
Could you hold that
stuff.
up first?
Oh, sure.
A little higher?
A little higher.
Oh, this was Lawrence Welk right here. So I'm just, it'd be like Lawrence Welk, the next generation. So I'm going to carry on the tradition of his show. And we'll do modern music in this style. He just featured singers and dancers and big band music and stuff. But since we're more in the future, I guess, we'll do like some Michael Jackson, Cyndi Lauper, Neil Diamond, but in this Lawrence Welk style. Ladies come out with a gown singing and stuff. So just want to keep the tradition going.
Cool.
How did you come up with this idea?
Just watching his show one day.
Yeah.
And it hit me. This needs to be brought back to life.
Cool, cool. That's fun, Asaph. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
And so who do you have on your pilot?
Well, I have a hostess, Louise Bundy. She's a professional ballet teacher. And I have some singers like Joe Sullivan from Billings and Maya Wen, young lady, plays guitar, sings, composer, actress. She's going to be on this program, and just a bunch of other people.
You have a special guest, right, opening it?
Yes, Mayor John Ingen is going to be part of this show. He's going to open this show and be part of this show and grant me an interview in the middle of it, too. So that'll be kind of fun.
That will be fun.
Awesome.
That's great. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I'm excited for you, Asaph.
Well, come to the show.
Yeah, so your pilot's Monday. When does your show air? When is it pilot air?
Sometime in November.
Probably, yeah, November, December. But it'll be shot at the Governor's Ballroom at the Florence Hotel off Higgins. So it's open to the public. Anybody can come.
Yeah, it should be a great time. So the Governor's Ballroom at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll
Monday.
just do our little fly-through first. It'll should take about 10 to 15 minutes and then start taping.
Cool. So can you give us a little taste of what we can expect this Monday on yonder piano?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, what's this? What are you going to play for Monday?
Well, in fitting with an updated version of Lawrence Welk, I am going to introduce my classical Liberace-style piano version of Mick Jagger's Painted Black.
Nice.
I won't do the whole thing, but I'll do a piece of it to give you an idea.
Okay, sounds good, Asaph. Thanks.
Short version of it.
Nice, nice, cool.
Thank you.
Well, thanks, Asaph.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Asaph.
And now we're back on track on our show, and we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff, which
bunch of crazy things.
So, you guys want to wrestle it out and figure out who wants to do either event?
We'll do city council first.
City council first.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
All right. So let's move around here.
Move around here. Okay, now that we're situated and settled, that was so cool. Kenny Scabyrobe's cool, right? I like that love song. That was sweet. 48 years. I guess that worked, right?
Yeah, 48 years.
That's great.
I'm gonna go fix our camera because I'll catawampus now. Oh, actually, I'll fix it when you show the video.
All this crazy technology.
Yeah.
If we had a crew of like 50,
it would look less public access.
Yeah. Whatever, it's fun.
Anyways, go ahead, Josh. What are we talking about?
All right, so what we're talking about first is parks and conservation. This is talking about basically connecting the Kim Williams Trail with Canyon River Trail, and they have to do it by going onto Montana Rail Link land. So they need to
need some permission, huh?
Need permission and an agreement with the city and Montana Rail Length. But I'll let Donna Gockler explain this.
To present the Montana Rail Link agreement with the City of Missoula, asking the committee to recommend full City Council approval and authorize the mayor to enter into this agreement with Montana Rail Link with an effective date of March 15th, 2015 to provide construction, maintenance, and access across MRL property to connect Canyon River with Kim Williams. So this is a project that's been in our long-range plan since we called the whole trail system the Bicycle Commuter Network. And since it's become part of the LRTP, it's in the Active Transportation Plan, it's in the Urban Area Master Park Plan. This was identified during the entire Milltown planning process. And so long overdue project. This is one of the last projects that we had actually secured CTEP funding for, so that's the primary funding source. For those of you who are familiar with the Kim Williams, it technically starts at the opening of the canyon near the University of Montana maintenance facilities. So about 1.5 miles down that trail or to the east, there's currently what I would call a user-made, or we sometimes call them outlaw trails, that drops off of the railroad embankment, drops under the railroad tracks, follows the river under I-90, and then connects to the Canyon River system. So this is what would formalize that and make it safe and meet the agreements, intentions of our agreements with...
Okay, so that's Donna Gockler just talking about basically the agreement between Montana Rail Length and the city of Missoula. Yeah. So the next little soundbite that comes up is Marilyn Marler, and she just basically asked the question, how many agreements are there? So let's listen to Marilyn Marler.
Thanks for the update. And are there, so we had the CTEP agreement and now the MRL agreement. Is there going to be an MDT agreement? I mean, how many more agreements? Because there's a lot of people involved. I thought BSF and BNSF had to do an agreement.
So the BNSF is included within the MRL. So that's taken care of once we execute this agreement. We will have to have some sort of permitting with, I'm guessing at least MDT, if not both MDT and FHWA. And certainly because of our proximity to the river, I suspect there'll be something there too. And that's stuff that we will, a lot of that we'll put within our engineering contract once we select an engineer. So it's possible that we'll be back here with yet another agreement, but that'll be part of the process.
Okay, so the next soundbite is from Ed Childers, and he's basically just talking about what kind of risks are there associated with putting a trail next to a railroad. So let's listen to Ed Childers.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You'd have the whole thing be effective next spring,
March 15th or something like that. So I had a question about all the insurances that are required. Is MMIA covering that, or do you have to buy them separately somehow?
So to get to your date, one of the reasons we want the date to start later is once we start, we only have 18 months. And so we want to give ourselves maximum time for construction. As far as insurance goes, MMIA covers virtually everything it covers for the city and any other kind of city-owned project. There is a piece with railroads where they ask us to cover all sorts of things that we can't buy any insurance to cover. They want their own environmental concerns covered. They want things like if they have an accident at their own cause covered. And so we've had lengthy conversations, at least a full year ago now, with the head of MMIA, Alan Hulse, Jim Nugent, and we actually brought in our local lead insurance agent from who we were buying separate insurance. And after going through every detail, we got the contract to be to the most livable place that all those entities agreed we could get it to, and that either we would just have to quit all trails along rails or accept some risk. And this is pretty consistent, we've learned, throughout the entire state and where MMI is recommending us to go. In fact, our local insurance company, where we were paying close to $10,000 a year, just said, we are absolute repeat insurance over what MMIA already covers for you, so you need to stop spending your money with us.
Okay, so that's Donna Gockler talking about, all the insurance, so. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of risk involved with putting a trail.
Yeah, so it's just mostly like the insurance are worried about, right? And like if people get hit. But like, on the north side, there's a biking trail like right next to the train tracks, and they have a huge fence.
Yeah,
it seems to work. So would they be able to do that too?
It usually just depends.
Where are they talking about?
Is this on the north side near the train tracks, where the fence is?
Oh yeah.
The fence, like I think it's mostly what the
rail line.
The rail link, Montana Rail Link, put that up.
Oh, okay, I bet you're right.
Yeah.
So where's the location that they're talking about that they're worried about this?
Well, it's down by the canyon, Hellgate Canyon.
Okay.
So it's near the rail there.
Right.
So.
Like on the other side of the river, like in the rattlesnake side?
Is it towards the university or on the other side on the...
It's like East Missoula
type area?
Yeah,
okay.
It's like East Missoula.
That makes sense.
It's just extending that trail. So the next thing that they talk about, Brian von Lossenberg brings up a really good point, and that is that you always have to worry about transient encampments because down in the Kim Williams Trail area there are transient encampments, or there were transient encampments before the authorities moved them out of the way. So again, there's another issue that needs to be looked at. So let's listen to Brian von Lossenberg.
Every time now I see a trail or anything going under any sort of overpass sort of situation, we obviously have learned that we tend to have issues with folks and encampments and stuff over underneath those areas. And so I'm sure people are thinking about this, but I would just like to explicitly mention that we need to be explicitly thinking about this and not get into a reactive mode when we invariably, well, hopefully we can do things proactively in the design to minimize it or eliminate it, but we ought not to be surprised if we don't take those steps that we have issues. So I'm just hoping during the engineering phase we'll be thinking about that explicitly.
Always.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's Brian von Lossenberg talking about how we always have to think about transient encampments when we're talking about trails.
Right.
Yeah. So basically the motion got approved and it will be on the consent agenda. So moving on to the next meeting, it's the Economic Development Subcommittee.
What?
And
What are the highlights in this meeting?
What are the highlights? Well, I'm about to talk about the highlights as I'm speaking right here. But basically the highlight is what they're talking about is the Missoula Cultural Plan. Apparently art brings in about $40 million a year. So they're trying to, in the growth policy, so as you guys know,
kind of like a growth inward policy, part of that?
Well, yeah, basically that's what they're talking about. They're talking about how they can implement this into the Our Missoula project, which, as you know, Our Missoula project is the growth policy, and the whole goal is to grow inward. But with this, they're talking about specifically the Missoula Cultural Plan. So at any rate, here's Tom Benson, and he's going to explain a little bit about what this plan is.
Benson with the Missoula Cultural Council. I updated a few documents really pertaining to the small group updates, history and examples of other cities, but it can pertain to this. In terms of an overall cultural plan update, I met actually with Leslie Schwab when she was preparing for the Our Missoula discussion on arts culture, and she actually wrote up this draft of arts and culture existing conditions, which was what I uploaded on the site. And that was such a good summary, I just asked her if I could use that, and she said yes. So that covers the history of cultural planning in Missoula, beginning with the fabric of Missoula back in the early 1990s, the downtown master plan, and the suggestion for a cultural district that came out in 2009. 2012, an economic impact study with Americans for the Arts. And most recently, a group of arts organizations that have met every couple of months to try to figure out how we can leverage the economic impact that was in that study and what we can do about it. And that's kind of where we are right now.
Okay, so that's Tom Benson kind of giving a little overview of the history of the cultural plan. And basically, from what I can tell from watching this meeting, is that there is no cultural plan in place, but they're trying to see how they can
use what they know from the past and implement it for the future of growth inward and this policy.
I guess so, Scott, but I don't know about that. At any rate, what they're talking about here is how can first of all, the economics subcommittee is basically they don't have a goal yet, and that's the whole agenda that they're talking about today. So they're talking about the cultural plan, but they're also talking about how they can focus their energy into to make this subcommittee actually work for city council. So we'll jump ahead a couple sound bites, and we will show Annalise Hidal, and she's a part of the city council, but she's going to ask the question, how can we focus this better?
What do you, and this is for either gentleman, what do you foresee as our biggest challenge currently? I mean, if you could narrow it to one thing, first and foremost, what would you say is our #1 priority? And it's just in your opinion, I'm just curious.
Public awareness. I think the groundswell of enthusiasm necessary to get people behind it.
Great, thank you. Go ahead, Jason.
Thanks. I think that the tie to the Our Missoula is a good one, that if there's specific work to be done on this topic, it'll have to be a priority of that. And so a key element, I think, would be in the stages that are going on right now. You know, they've had the listening sessions with different organizations. Did you have a chance to attend one of those, Tom?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I attended actually both the downtown one and the arts and culture one.
Yeah. Great. So, you know, that gets it in the pipeline. The next activity is asset mapping, it's called. It's going to take place at the beginning of October. There's some press going on, and there'll be a presence on the street, including during First Friday. And so that's an opportunity to pin down assets that are relevant to arts and culture. And I think those will rise naturally. I think they're things that people look for. And then in focus group work, if you really feel a passion for this, I'd encourage you to be involved there. Because I think, as you said, if this is going to be a priority, it'll need to contend against the other work that comes out of that, but it's certainly integral to most people's vision of where they think the community should be in 30 years that we do this. All that said, the growth policy is not scheduled to be adopted until next fall. So that's another year before we know if it's a priority in that. And so if you wanted to do something sooner, I don't know if you had ideas about what that would be. I think, like I said, we're going to look at assets. Flip side of that is where there are needs. And what I'm really wondering is there some missing piece of infrastructure that we can say, like with that $40 million number could be 42 or 45 or 50 if this other thing was in place. And it's not, maybe a performing arts center that costs $40 million. But,
So, yep, that's what they're chatting about. They're talking about
potential projects in the future and how basically from what I heard that if they give it to our Missoula, then then things would be wait until our Missoula gets implemented, which is in a year. They just said that, right?
Yeah.
So it's either like they just don't know.
Yeah, it's not really. They don't really seem to be very clear on this subject. That's what I'm getting from the meeting.
For me, what I'm getting from this meeting right now is that they're trying to determine whether or not they're gonna pass this kind of economic, any kind of economic development to our Missoula, which will get implemented in a year, or do they want to figure out something they can do right now before our Missoula can do it?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like one of those things. Is like we want to do something, but we don't know what we want to do, and we don't want to jump the gun and wait a year before anything happens by giving this to our Missoula, basically.
Yeah, and I don't know I don't know how our Missoula will. So our Missoula, what they're doing right now is assets mapping. Mm-hmm. So it's basically using colors, like the darker colors show which assets are more important, and the lighter colors show which assets are less important, and they sometimes overlap each other to create even darker colors. And that's what they're. That's what
so
assets.
We're talking about colors.
Whoa,
yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So let's.
So I guess what they're talking about is kind of implementing what art.
So right
resources do we have that can go into the assets mapping?
Right. So they got it. Like they want to do something, but they don't know how much money they have. So they want to wait until they know how much money they have to spend on projects for any inwards Missoula type things. But I guess a lot of that what they're talking about is arts. It's like the biggest draw, and they want to see what they can do to expand on it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting from this.
Sure. So Annalise Hedall, she's going to ask the question, what does the subcommittee want to focus on?
I think that tied to the...
Actually, that's not the right one. Okay, let's see here. I'm all mixed up because I've got like 30 quotes here. Okay. Here it is. All right, so...
just quickly... I know we kind of need to figure out a direction that we want to go with this committee as well, and so I'm really open to some ideas and suggestions. I know we talked about possibly pursuing sort of the wayfinding, maybe having that be a little more involved, etc. I'm open to suggestions from any of the members as to what you guys would like to see more of on this committee and what we can focus on and what would be beneficial and make us more of a valuable resource to the council. So if you guys have any ideas, it just made me think what you guys were talking about, that clearly we need to figure out some things to focus on for a little bit.
What was your thought about the wayfinding?
It was just an example that I think several months ago we had talked about. I don't know what the exact wording should be for it, but it was presented to us. It was an interesting topic. We haven't heard much more beyond that, and I don't know if that's something that we want to get involved with, or if that is just primarily the downtown partnership that's spearheading that, and that's just, should we have them come present again? Is that of interest? Is that of consequence to the cultural plan? Things like that. So I'm open to suggestions, so if you guys not to make it an open forum on this level, but if you have anything that you would like to see us focus more, or direction you'd like us to go, I think it'd be great for suggestions. So I'll throw it out there.
Okay, so that's Annalise Hedal basically throwing out the question, what does Economic Development Subcommittee focus on? What should we focus on? Apparently this is a new committee, so they don't...
Like this, okay, so bear with us. Like this whole, a lot of what the meeting is doing is figuring out what they're doing, and we're trying to figure out what we're talking about, what they're talking about. So it's kind of like explaining an explanation.
Yeah, basically.
That's what we're getting from this.
Yeah, and so Jason Weiner goes back to the question at hand, arts and culture, and he asks, what can we do within the realm of arts and culture?
Asking for suggestions about things for the committee to discuss?
Sure. For example, Tom has said, the arts and culture is an important part of it, and I think you were kind of getting there, like, what can we do? So it makes me wonder if maybe what we need to do is really start focusing on specific items or issues
within the realm of arts and culture.
Right.
Okay.
That we could pursue more aggressively and make that something we focus on in the next few upcoming meetings, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, that's them basically saying, what can we do within the realm of arts and culture? And this meeting goes on for a while, and they basically talk about certain issues and subjects that they could focus on.
Yeah. This whole meeting was kind of like ideas, throwing around ideas. It was a big think tank.
Yeah, it started out as arts and culture presentation by Tom Benson.
No, Tom Benson.
Yeah, Donna Gochler was the trails.
Meeting,
Yeah, you get them mixed up after a while after you watch them, but...
It's
believe me, room. I know. But at any rate, so the meeting turns into a sort of free-for-all throughout all your ideas. This economic development subcommittee is new, and we need to find something to focus on. So with the time that we have left, I think I'm going to let Noelle talk about her events.
So a little Asaph player into it. Go ahead, Asaph. All right. Cool. Thanks, Asaph. It's under Torch. So click on this. There it is.
Okay. Great. We got some events. All right. Well, so as you all know, it's homecoming this weekend, and I'm in the School of Journalism, and it's been 100 years for the School of Journalism. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of celebrations on campus today and this weekend, and so in honor of that. So starting at 9:30 at the School of Journalism, I don't remember the rooms. I think it's on the second floor and third floor. There will be alumni from the School of Journalism coming back talking about their experiences in the adult world and what they've been doing since college. So that'll be really interesting. There's going to be a lot of parties. There's all sorts of alumni coming back, lots of entertainment things. There'll be things on the Oval. There's, like, today for the events for the School of Journalism today, there's going to Dean's Tribute and introduction of Larry Abramson, which is at Don Anderson Hall at 2:10 to 3 p.m. And then Charlie Hood Distinguished Alumni Celebration. All alumni and friends party at the Adams Center at 7 p.m., as well as tours, and they'll have a float in the parade. So you can go to the university website and click on the School of Journalism and find out all the events that are going on with them if you really want to know more.
Oh, yeah, but there's so much going on, even with homecoming.
Yeah, so mainly the stuff that's going on this weekend is going to be school stuff. So just check out homecoming and things like that. But there's family fun time at Mismo Gymnastics starting at 9:30 to 11 on Fridays. It's an open gym for ages 12, walking to 12 years of age. This is it's supervised, it's for family and kids. And it's full of obstacle courses, trampolines, and foam pits. Per day for members is $5. For non-members, it's $8. And for a single child, this is for monthly prices. Monthly prices for a single child for a member is $35, and then a non-member is $40. And then if it's a family where it's just the siblings, for members it's $50 for the full month and $60 for the full month for non-members. There's story time at the Missoula Public Library starting at 10:30 a.m. This is for ages 3 to 6. It's every Friday, and what they're going to do is flannel stories, finger plays, songs, board stories, and more. Children's area in the Dragon Rug. There's a preschool playgroup at Bitterroot Gymnastics going on from 11 a.m. to noon. This is for ages walking to 5 years old. It's $8 to drop in and $12 if you've got siblings. And it's stations and activities throughout the gym. Parents and children choose the activities. And they range from obstacle courses, pick games, trampoline time, swinging, sliding, climbing, and playing on an inflatable something. There is a organization or like a group every Friday at the Missoula Public Library called Yarns, where you can bring your lunch and your latest project. It's in the boardroom on Fridays at noon, and you can go and knit and talk and chat and crochet and eat some lunch and hang out with other ladies. Sounds fun. The Missoula Senior Center has a line dancing group every Friday, meeting at 1 p.m. at the center. Advanced and beginners are welcome, and a $1.50 fee is charged to cover expenses as they are a nonprofit. You know, they need some money. This week has been Banned Books Week at the Missoula Public Library, and today at 3 p.m. they will be showing a free film in honor of Banned Books Week. The special screening will be the film adapted from Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451. And so the book describes a fireman in a futuristic society whose task it is to seek out and burn books which are contraband because of the ideas which they contain. Yeah, so that's going to be the movie. I couldn't find a trailer for it. I looked, but I couldn't find it. So I'm not really sure like what year the movie is or anything, but I don't know. Really cool idea. If you've read the book, you might go like the movie. At the University of Montana in the Oval, there's a Yell Night pep rally starting at 8 p.m. This is where they have a big bonfire and yell about school spirit. If you want to yell about things, go there. There's lots of music tonight. There's a Band in Motion is at the Union Club at 9 for free. Copper Mountain Band is at the Sunrise Saloon, 9:30 for free. Black Mountain Moan with Smokestack and Foothill Fury is at Monks at 10. I'm sure it's free too. If not, it's got to be only $5. Jameson and Sword Seeds with 20 Grand is at 10 p.m. at Top Hat for free. So that's what's going on Friday. Here are Saturday events. Missoula Farmers Market is at the Red X's from 8 to 1. People's Market is on Pine and Higgins from 9 to 2. The Clark Fork Market is at Karis Park from 8 to 1. Tomorrow is National Public Lands Day at Sawmill Gulch. So Montana Conservation Corps, REI, National Forest Foundation, Mountain Bike Missoula, and Lolo National Forest are going to have the 21st Annual National Public Lands Day. They're going to be doing various maintenance projects along the Sawmill Gulch area, including digging a scenic mountain bike reroute and naturalizing the old trail. So that'll be kind of interesting. It starts at 9 a.m. and goes until 1. Volunteers of all ages are welcome. Lunch will be provided. You should bring gloves, work clothes, or anything you're willing to get dirty in, suitable clothing for weather, and a water bottle. Parking is limited at the Sawmill Gulch Trailhead, but there'll be shuttle service from Main Rattlesnake Trailhead to the Sawmill Gulch Trailhead, starting at 9 a.m. So check that out if you're not doing anything tomorrow and are interested. As we were saying, it's homecoming weekend for the universities. Tomorrow is the Homecoming Parade, starting at 10 a.m. on Higgins and Broadway, and it'll go up through the university streets. So check that out, and if you can, you'll see it on Monday.
Yep,
with
and
a live...
look for Noelle, because she's going to be hosting it alongside her general manager, Joel Baird.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. Check that out. So there's also National Public Lands Day at Milltown State Park. It's going from 11 to 2. You'll learn about Daniel Bandman, who owned the property from 1887 to 1910. And then there'll be an interpretive presentation from 11 to noon. And then you'll help remove barbed wire fence from Badman Flats, parcel of Milltown State Park. You'll come prepared with sturdy shoes, long pants, leather work gloves, and water. And yeah, it starts at 11 at Milltown State Park. So if you're interested in helping out, go check that out. There's an all-alumni homecoming tailgate party in Lot 2 in the River Bowl starting at 11:30 a.m. tomorrow. So if you graduated from the University of Montana and are an alumni and want to relive your glory days, head over there. There is a Just Harvested Grand Tasting event at the World Market starting at 1 p.m. They're going to be having a bunch of maple and pumpkin. So they'll have maple candies, so maple jerky, and maple chai tea, pumpkin crunch, pumpkin butter, pumpkin cookies, and even pumpkin pasta. What? Yeah, so they're all about fall over at World Market. So pretty sweet. There's a Crystals and Kids Gems activity at the Montana Natural History Center starting at 2 p.m. There you can dig for crystals, you can study crystal structures, find out where the largest crystals in the world are, and more. You can use microscopes to examine common crystals found in every home, and go home with a crystal or gem to start your own collection. And I myself collect crystals, and I love them, so I might go to that. Even though it's for kids, who knows? Yeah, so if your kids aren't tired for going to homecoming, check that out. That might be fun. There is a Moon Randolph Homestead is having their 14th annual fall gathering and fundraiser starting at 3 p.m. on Saturday. It's called Harvest the Moon. They're going to include cider pressing from a vintage cider press and apples from the Homestead Orchard, tours of the homestead, music, burgers, and soup from Missoula's top restaurants, and you can bring a side dish if you want. It's a free event, and anyone is welcome. Local beer is served in addition, and it starts at 3 p.m. And so there's music. There's Absolutely with Chris Moon and Monte Carlo at the Badlander at 9. There's Joan Zen at the Union Club at 9. Homecoming Bash Dance Party at Monk's at 10. Little People play at the Palace at 9:30. And Pinky and the Floyd is at the Top Hat for $10. That's tomorrow, yeah. Okay, and then I've got Sunday events. Target Range is having their farmers market at 10 a.m. till 2 in the Target Range school parking lot. Local veggies, crafts, baked goods, and more. Inner Harmony Yoga is doing 108 sun salutes for the annual autumn equinox starting at 10 a.m. on Sunday. There are 108 beads on a mala, which is a garland of flowers given to someone as a sign of a welcome. It appears in temples from Japan to Cambodia and is a number of energy channels entering the heart center. So you don't have to do all 108, but you can come with no expectations, an open mind, and just ready to move and, you know, like salute the autumn.
I'll do 107, and then I'll abstain from the 8th. It was like, you got so far, it's just like, I'm just trying to be a rebel.
Done. Yeah, I'm done. Snacks will be provided and regular drop-in rates apply. This is at Inner Harmony Yoga, which is on Main Street. There is a roadkill butchering workshop at Mud Central. Yeah, you know, we've got that new roadkill law.
Oh, you can eat roadkill in Montana now.
If you hit it, you can pick it up. Yeah,
sustainable. Yeah.
At 1517 Wyoming, starting at 1 p.m., Mud board member, Masala food cart owner Theo Smith will show you how to cut up roadkill or just kill in general. Yeah. Workshop will be held at Mud Central. It's $10 for Mud members or $20 for non-members. So if you want to know how, I would highly suggest you check this out. This is a really cool opportunity. And we live in Montana, like, you know, everyone's all about being sustainable and being local and being organic.
All our roadkill is deer, elk.
Roadkill is as sustainable as you can get.
Absolutely.
And mountain goats too. You know,
yeah.
There's so many, like, we hit so many animals, but a lot of them are big, and they're like all like, oh, okay.
It's a lot of meat to waste.
There is, seriously, yeah. Okay, there's a Westside Community Dinner at Burn Street Community Center going from 6 to 8 on Sunday. It's brought to you by the North Missoula Community Development Corporation and Missoula Community Food Cooperative. They'll be hosting a dinner for the residents of the Westside neighborhood in the Burn Street Community Center, located at 1500 Burn Street. They'll be gathering featuring an Indian feast with made vegetables generously donated by the Peace Farm, non-alcoholic drinks in a kids' play area. The dinner is free of charge and open to everyone in the neighborhood. So that's awesome. And then my last event for the weekend is Jazz Martini Night on Sunday night at the Badlander. It's 9 p.m. to midnight. $4 martinis. It'll start with the Josh Farmer Band, the Vanguard Combo, and Front Street Jazz. So that's what's going on for your weekend. If you want to find out anything else or any more information or activities, go to MissoulaEvents.net.
Cool.
Yeah.
So before we go, I want to harp that you should like us on Facebook. You can totally follow us on Twitter. We're on YouTube. We're all over the place. And I want to thank Kathy Seahos. I want to Kenny.
Kenny Scabyrobe, and all of our guests this week with the Native American Heritage Week. Yes. It's been really fun having you all on. We really appreciate it.
So for Wake Up Missoula, I'm Scott Ramp.
I'm Noelle McAvoy.
I'm Josh Minnie.
Thanks for joining us.